Hey, hey, hey! We're back. It's been a minute, but we're back. New season, new collection of plot lines to unravel, new mysteries to attempt to solve,
Characters
ridiculous
blowing up.
theories.
Yeah, this episode, I mean, it always feels like the first time I'm watching it. This one, I didn't realize all of this happened in this first episode of the season. I was like, wait,
Oh yeah, made
huh? Huh?
waves.
Huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Glove didn't hear that.
I don't think he did. It was really good. Mr.
No,
Gold.
Glove's not here. He's off in Mexico.
But
I said this episode really made waves.
it did.
Anyway.
It I mean it starts off exciting. It starts off again back in Fern time, old lady Fern.
Ooh.
And then
That is Fern.
Is it
it's
though? 'Cause
we don't know, but we were gonna assume it is.
I didn't think so.
But if
We
we do the math, like that does it's not an assumption.
well, if we do the math, we can't do the math because what if Fern is traveling? So it's hard to do the math on that.
It's hard to do the math
Right.
because in
But
the 70s,
right. But before we get any further, let's drop our disclaimer.
I'm just so excited.
I know you're just chomping at the bit to get going with this one. But once again, all of you out there that are watching, if you're tuning into
Uh,
this, we apologize for missing the last scheduled episode. A lot of things happen here in the States. We got end of summer vacations for some.
Labor Day weekend hit.
Labor Day weekend was then. I mean, there was just so much going on that it was hard for us to get this in. We got it in now, and we are back on every other week schedule for season two.
Mm.
And we will be discussing everything in this episode. Spoiler alert, we will also be talking about future episodes, how things tie in, what has happened, what's going to happen. Those things may come up, so just be warned. If you have not watched it, please leave now and come back and join us. If you have watched it, we invite you to stick around for the whole thing. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
so back to the Fern thing. My first question is who are the two people at the pond? Because I get thinking, they make you think like, oh, it's supposed to be these people, Jacob and
I mean, it's for sure little Jacob. We see it
Grandma.
coming.
But that didn't give me a Fern feeling. So then I started wondering, what is Fern's like first episode, season three? She doesn't
Wasn't,
like any appearance knowing who she is in season two, right?
wait, what were we talking about Jacob as a child
The
In the
first scene of
intro,
the episode, yes.
with Fern?
Question mark Fern.
that's who like you
That's
think the
That's who
obvious.
you they want us to think, but remember
Yeah.
they reveal who she's actually talking to later on in
And
another episode. Remember, she says, "But it's not your time to go, Colton."
yeah, so that's what I
Not
thought
young Jacob,
I
it's the little
watched.
Colton she's talking to. The little boy is Colton.
Okay, that's what I thought when I first saw it because I was like,
Yeah,
they want me to think that's Jacob, but I was like, no, isn't that Colton?
it is
He
Colton.
is
That
told
wasn't the little Jacob actor?
No, no.
they're probably the same kid.
It's if it is the same actor, it wasn't supposed to be Jacob. They wanted somebody who looks like a Landry, but it is, in fact, a very young Colton. And we
Mhm.
learn that later on. We see this in another episode. I don't know if it's episode 10 of this season, where she says, she says the line again about not his time, and then she addresses him as Colton.
Okay.
So we know that, I mean, we find out that it is him that she's talking to.
So then the she is it
And then
confirmed?
that's what makes me believe it is Fern because that's his grandmother and that would fit.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's like we're not looking at 1814 right now. We're looking at, 1960 something when
And a
Colton
Mhm.
sneaky
was little.
foreshadowing of thinking that like the episode starts with young Colton being like, "Oh, you can't do it. I know the pond's calling to you. You can't go." And then it ends with us seeing him time traveling in the distance at the end of the
Mhm.
family fireworks show.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
a
My
full
favorite
circle
scene.
moment with how they produced that.
Hmm. And I still remember the first time watching this episode and when they showed Colton by the fire, looking at himself talking to teen Elliot,
Yeah.
and I lost it. That was so cool. That was such a
I
good moment.
That was a moment where I was like, this is in episode one. I was very
Right.
thrown
I feel
off.
like the pacing and the like introduction of so many things is so much faster than I remember it.
Yeah.
I think what's helping cause that for us too is that they come back to these scenes later on. And
Okay.
so
Mm,
then we think, oh, this just happened then, or this didn't happen until then. Well, we get snippets of it, and then they get like explanation scenes where they tell us, all right, that's when
okay.
we learned it was Colton. That's when we learned coming up in this season, Catherine is the White Witch, things like that. So that's
You
probably
get
in
the
our
early
brains, like, wait a
teasers.
minute, we know this, how this happened, but
Yeah.
You can't make sense of it until later.
right, the first time through, we're just all kind of thrown for a loop, like, whoa, what's
Yeah,
going on
yeah.
here? But
Makes sense. All right. So the girls are like kind of like in a little limbo here. Kat like has this aha moment of like, oh my gosh, I figured out what happened to my brother. We have to go. Let's go get him. Uh,
Hmm.
they all try and make the jump in the winter time.
oh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
couldn't pay
Alice
me.
says, I'm in. Kat says, I'm in. The
Jacob
pond
can
says,
wait.
you're not going anywhere. Go sit. Go home.
Hmm.
Alice, like Loki, almost dies. Not good to jump in with this whole ice situation. Not safe. And yeah, the girls kind of get thrown on their booties and they're like, you're not going anywhere.
Right.
Mm. One thing, I think this lines up in what you were talking about. We confirmed one thing about a time traveler, a very important time traveler. They
Finn,
say flat out. So Finn has traveled. Finn has time
Yeah.
traveled. Finally.
Yeah. Cat
okay,
finally made a
but
connection.
instant question to Kat. Now all of a sudden you remember clear as day. Finn was barking. Finn was barking. But you can't remember what your daughter looked like in the early 2000s, late night. Like,
Yep.
Not,
Oh,
not
I
this
have
one
another
again.
thing
Not
about
this
that.
one.
I have to give up the memory thing. Oh, you can remember this.
boy,
I can't remember this because there was the scene. I'm just going to cut ahead a little bit when they're singing the Steal My Sunshine. And Dell's like, oh, I remember you.
you loved this
I was like,
song.
but you can't remember the girl next to you.
Hey, I'm going to pull the rug out from underneath my Catherine right now.
Do
You
it.
know, though, for Cat to remember Finn barking, remember that was just a few days ago to her because that happened to her as an adult when she traveled.
Touche.
And so that's probably in her brain a little more. And
Touche.
now that she's seen Alice in the past as the adult mom, it probably unlocked all those too. But
Keep me humble. You're
yeah,
right. You're
the
right.
Finn thing was
Right.
just recent, so
Pull
we
that
got to give
rug.
her that. Okay, but so yeah, she finally realizes it's Finn. We know that he's now jumping, which brings up the question
MVTT.
because we see lightning later on, or stormy.
The Black Stallion running around for those of
Does
you who
That
did not
dude.
catch the
does
horse's
the
name.
horse travel
I,
or
that was my main thing. I was like, this guy is not in this first episode.
Too soon.
He was I thought he debuted in season three.
he his parts grew bigger. Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
really bizarre.
What are you
But
doing?
his lines in the show, he got more and more scenes, and it started off just kind of in the background, not quite a background Byron, but just kind of there. So something's building. Yeah, we can see
Oh,
that.
I missed him this episode, man.
You know who did not miss
Speaking,
him?
hmm.
Dell.
Yeah, no.
She's out here
Oh,
living her best beekeeper,
hmm.
honeycomb expansion, Byron free life.
You know who also isn't missing him?
Editor
Me,
in chief.
Catherine Landry, editor in chief of the Port Haven Herald. I don't know how they must have been really desperate. They weren't doing any hiring, something. She just walked in and said, well,
I
background
live
Byron
here
last
now.
week. And I was like, weren't you fired? I don't think you can get promoted without even being hired.
I go
Whatever.
here now.
So,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So the girls like have like their pep talk. They're like, all right, we're not going anywhere. We got to buckle down. They settle back into life. We flash forward and see, yes, we've got a new editor in chief of the local paper. Dell's lusting
Beekeeping.
over time traveling stallions while keeping to her bees. Alice has gone through a full year of school and is celebrating the last day.
She actually had friends. Also, Spencer was getting a little flirty again, but maybe him and
Now,
Steve parted ways at this point.
remember we talked about Spencer in the past, and I was on
He got a lot of
Pro
airtime.
Spencer side, and I learned my lesson on that one. But remember, I said there was a scene where he picks her up for school, and Zoe's in the car. Well, there's kids in the car, but they never show who they are, so
Mhm.
we can't assume it was Zoe. I,
Right.
or is it Zoe or Zoe,
I think it's
Zoe.
Zoe.
or is it Chloe?
Zoe.
So, anyways, yeah, there's no telling if she's in the car or not. So I got that.
Yeah. I do think she was at the party at the Cove or whatever, on the beach when she was like playing the guitar. I thought that was her, but I don't actually know. So, but
Yeah.
then Spencer also announces he got his Tuscany food, whatever internship or whatever. So I was like, okay, bye. We know he's out anyway. So just it's finally winding down. Background Byron's gone and he's leaving as well.
A fun little tidbit to share about my favorite teacher of the year.
Yeah.
We joke a lot
Yes.
about Elliot just kind of tapping out of school as needed. This dude left for his international sabbatical 2 months into the school year
I didn't even think about
and then
that.
just took
Was
off.
it? I thought it was. Yeah, you're
No,
right.
they say
Because
7 months later, it's the last day of school. This
Uh-huh.
dude just bailed
because he comes back to town, and
on the
Alice
last,
had already talked about her last day of summer. She has to, or last day of school, she has to go
Right?
spend the summer with Brady. So yeah,
Dang,
he
desperate
did. He
times,
Elliot
just
said,
bro.
peace out to the science department. I'm out.
well, technically though, isn't that the definition of a sabbatical? Because if you had done it during the summer, wouldn't it have just been a vacation?
Yeah. I don't know if public school educators are allowed to take sabbaticals anymore. I don't know if that's a thing anymore.
You
Our
can get like
friends,
maternity leave.
But
our
maybe,
friends to the north can do that. We
yeah,
can't.
I was gonna say maybe that's the thing in Canada, you lucky duckies.
Yeah, our system and rules and laws are.
Well, right on, Elliot. Go get your time off. You needed it.
Yeah.
And enjoy the summer.
While we're getting caught up on everybody, the talk of the founding families come up, and we catch wind of one of our favorite founding family descendants early on in the episode, little Miss Evelyn Goodwin.
Yeah, but in a bad way.
I know, but it's like
Or maybe not.
totally like two-sided.
We
So
still
excited to
don't know
get the
what happened.
storyline going, but then also like, we're starting at the end.
Uh-huh. I will say, I had a +1 for Dell. Finally, once again, like I've had two good things to say about her in like a whole season. So, I remember Alice was talking about like, wow, blah 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 made her out to be such a recluse and like painting that picture of like that thing that we were so confused about in like season 3 or whenever we were talking about it. And we were like, oh my God, she was so sad and like had no life. We were like, when she's young, she's cool. What happened? But then Dell kind of was like, no, she had a big presence and blah, 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 and la, la, la. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, thank you. So I am still curious, like, okay, what did happen?
Yeah.
But at least maybe in her ending time, that chair, the medication looked a little concerning. Makes you think. But at least I was like, okay, maybe it wasn't as depressing as I thought, expecting the worst. I don't know, but I'm still curious.
I'm expecting the worst. Um, if I saw that many scripts go out to one person from the pharmacy, I'd lose my brain.
Oh,
Like
you are
she probably
experienced.
had 30 bottles sitting there. Like what was she
Okay.
on?
All on the windowsill next to
Right.
her wheelchair, looking out a window in a like, I mean, Lingermore had been whatever it was for however long it was, but like it was very closed off, very shut off to the world.
Hmm.
I would love a more positive
And
take on all of it.
stick
But like,
around for the ponder points because I do have a little linger more ponder point. It,
even if it's just like a sickness or an illness that you need a lot of pills for, that is okay with me. But like making her out to like she just lost her whole wonderful positive
Hear it.
attitude and like
Be really
zest for
sad.
life. I don't want that to go away. That is heartbreaking.
Or if it does, I want some answers and I want that story
Right.
developed
yeah.
for us.
We'll get them because we did see our friends are in season 4 filming, and
The
it's turned
youngsters are all together on
the
social
70s
media.
That's
squad.
one of my ponder points.
Oh, I'm pondering too.
Fast and
There's
Furious.
another one too that I think I sent to you guys, which we'll talk about in ponder points.
Okay. I have a random thing to say that I think my Catherine will appreciate. And Mr. Globe, he probably didn't even notice it at all. I think my favorite scene in this whole show so far was when Kat is running through like the sun-drenched scenery,
I have
listening
that
to
too.
Paramore. It's my
So,
favorite thing ever.
Makes me want to go for a 2 mile run every time.
it-
Uh-huh.
so for all of you out there, the three of us don't live together,
You
and we
might think
don't
we
really
did.
discuss this until tonight, until the night we put
Don't
this all
press.
together
No.
here. We have the same ponder points almost every week, and it's starting to crack me up a little bit
You like
because I
Paramore too?
also have Paramore playing in her headset because, as some of you have mentioned that you notice
Twilight.
we talk about, Paramore also has two songs on the Twilight soundtrack.
I forgot about that connection. That's why you would care.
Yeah, that's why I heard that and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh no.
No, she just seems so cool in that
I
scene,
know.
right?
I love the filming. I love the
Uh-huh.
camera angle and the lighting. They
The
did a good job
beauty
on
of the
that.
nature and
Yeah.
everything. So
Right. It's
good.
just so inspiring. I love it.
Yeah. But oh my God, that's so funny. We brought up Paramore.
Right?
Um, okay, so yeah, the girlies start talking and start hinting at all these founding families and all that when we hear about the good ones, and that's like the first time we really start to be like, oh, they're
Iris.
different. Kind of like laying down what's to come for season 2. We're reminded about how important the Landrys are and that they've been there since like the dawn of time.
Oh yeah, what's her name? Kat was spitting out facts. Rebecca and Elijah Landry founded
Right.
this, blah
She's
blah
the
blah.
new
They put
But
their name in the
again,
historian.
fireplace.
giving us that preview for all the things that we're going to learn about and who we're
Hmm.
about to meet come this season. So love that. Um, yeah, with that song, you already mentioned it with the Steal My Sunshine. So cute.
Uh-huh. It was
It
precious.
was really cute until
I
Buzzkill
loved
Brady
it.
calls and ruins the whole thing, and then the record scratches and it's quiet and awkward
He's
again.
all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the one thing that reminds me throughout this episode, I was really proud again of Dell for kind of like mending little things with the
Hmm.
family. And like I think Alice leaving, Alice gets her credit of being like the glue, Kat says, of like when she is leaving, like, oh, what kind of happens with Kat and Dell? But like seeing them kind of come together, even in those fun moments, I was like, they're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Okay, and at some point we might have skipped the part already when it happens, but Kat gets this call now that she's the editor in chief of the Herald. How she got that job, TBD. I missed that.
She gave it to herself.
She just did.
Walked in there with her blazer.
She walked on in and Ordered a new sign.
I mean, we just assumed that since background Byron left, that it was just sitting there and the town wanted a paper because they don't have internet. So, um,
My favorite quote. Should I save it for later? Say it
save
now.
it.
Who's it from?
Dell.
Don't say it yet. Don't say it yet. Because prior to that quote, we have to talk about the fact that like Evelyn left her like entire estate to the newspaper,
All
Well,
right.
she left all of the articles that she was going to make a Port Haven museum, is how
which
the
is a
lawyer
lot of
explained it.
stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
And who
And
was it
why would
Kat that
you
was it?
look,
Oh, is that the quote?
let me do my
About,
why would you leave all of this stuff to Byron's place of employment that was in her will? Byron just recently left. You're telling me they
Morocco.
weren't hanging out in Morocco for years at a time or had like a significant connection in life for her to leave that to him?
yeah, something to think about. It's something to ponder.
It's
And that's
too
why Dell
specific
never
to
wanted
not be
anything.
something.
Something to ponder.
That's
Okay,
why
so that
Dell
was like my
never,
biggest like I
that's
can't
why
let this
Dell
go.
didn't like him.
And I
He
didn't
didn't
write it
go
down, but
anywhere.
when when Kat saw all that stuff, didn't she make a quote or a comment about it looking like end of an Indiana Jones movie?
Yes.
I thought that was pretty good.
I miss that.
That was pretty good because with all the boxes and everything in,
Oh, yeah.
that was
You
funny.
kept him in the basement, though. I remember that line or something.
Yeah.
But
But
after Kat gets the phone call to let her know what's going on and all of this, she pops into her favorite spot and is chatting with Spencer's mom and such. And then her sweet mom comes in, and I think, as it sounds like, says all three of our favorite quote of the entire episode. Who wants to take it?
you,
No
make sure.
wonder you turned the paper into a weekly. You're always here.
Was that yours too?
That was mine. That's
Editor
my
in chief?
favorite one. It's like in all caps.
I was like, finally acknowledge she doesn't work.
I was like, but oh my gosh, Dell does not let this woman live, rightfully so. She never works.
What?
Neither does Elliot, so they're a
Neither does
good match.
Elliot.
That was so funny. Oh
And she
my
said it so
gosh.
subtly. I loved it.
So good. I love those.
You turned it into a
She's had a few
weekly.
things like that but only directed at Kat. And
Only
it's
to Cat.
so rude, but it's so
She's such a
funny.
ball buster.
But yeah, they went to linger more.
Yep. But
And
before they went,
I was like, are we ready for that?
no, because don't they talk about um I mean they briefly talk about Elliot and where he's been.
The
Kat's very
postcard.
And
much like, not talking about
because
it.
Dell is like, oh, another postcard from Elliot, you know.
She
And you
loves.
could see Kat kind of going like, what?
Where is
What's
he?
that? I want to see. But I thought it was funny. I have it as a ponder point, but it's just something I thought was funny and cute that he addressed it to the landry ladies.
Oh,
Addressed it to Dell or to Kat, the landry ladies. And he just put Port Haven, New Brunswick, Canada. No house address, no street address,
And why would he do that?
because everybody knows the Landrys because they're a founding
Nope.
family.
Nope.
why
10
would
people
he?
live there.
Because, yeah, I knew you
The
were
town
going
is
there
so
with that.
small, they don't have house numbers.
But
Mm-mm.
They just have a
in season,
basket that the mail gets dropped in at
so
the
in
And you go
house
season
collect it at the
three,
Herald.
when Dell gets those letters saying that I know what you did, I'm going to rat you out, basically, that had an address on it. So did the town grow bigger?
Oh, yes. It probably exceeded by 10 people.
The town had a glow up.
Um,
They really,
unpopular opinion,
of course.
maybe Elliot didn't go anywhere.
And maybe not.
So he didn't properly address it because he was just dropping things in the mailbox.
He just had a staycation.
He's hiding out in the basement with a tanning bed.
He ordered a bunch of Mexico postcards off of eBay or
Taught his
something.
kids online virtually.
I was gonna say that too. He didn't take any time off work. He was there the whole time.
Okay, so Linger More comes up into conversation. And one thing, another thing, I already said one thing, another thing to add to my list of things that I couldn't shake off was remembering how hyped up they made this whole party at the Linger More that
You
Cat
love it.
threw.
You have always been bothered by this
I was
Go
expecting
by.
far more disturbing than what actually happened.
because I feel like, right, because all
She
the
acts like
only thing
she's
that happens,
totally haunted by it.
she falls
Yeah.
in a pond and then finds out she's having a baby, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
she hit
that's
her head
not
on the
like
fountain, and that was
traumatizing.
I. The only thing I can think of is that they're they're so good. They toe the line so much as kids and don't get into trouble. That the big thing was Evelyn was mad that Elliot threw a party there, regardless of what happened.
Right? But then like we also get like the whole thing like later on and like Dell goes to Kat's defense and sits down with Evelyn and says, "You really owe me one." This like,
Yeah,
come on now, Evelyn. We need to let this go.
right. And I was expecting something, but
But
no.
Kat is so haunted by like the laughs and like the sounds from the party
The
of her
shriek.
childhood that changed it all.
Mhm.
And it's like,
Of everything else you've been through in this show as a
that's the
child,
thing.
teenager,
Right.
this.
But yeah, Kat makes the decision. She's like, I'm going there. Dell's like, well, I'm going with you then.
Yeah, I didn't
Enough.
get that part. Like
Uh-uh.
it was the same thing. Remember, uh, did it already happen when Kat went and interviewed Danny?
Oh yeah, and she went.
And Dell was like, "I'm going with you. Like, you can't do that on your
She
own. I'm
does
gonna
it to
protect you."
like,
But then it was the same way she acted about going to Lingermore there. I'm going with
she
you.
acts as
Why?
if she's being so like, I can't trust you, Catherine Landry. You're gonna mess everything up. I can't let you do that. But she's just nosy as hell and wants to get the
She
I think
dirt
I
on
think
what
she
she's been
just
missing out
right
on.
because then she
found down
wanders
those
off and looks at
journals.
Evelyn's stuff and yeah,
My husband had a romantic one pair of journals with romantic secret. What do you call that? I don't know what I'm
Messages,
saying, but you know what I'm
encrypted
saying.
messages.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta see what that said.
Dell's rowdy. But yeah, they see the wheelchair, they see Evelyn's like bunkered down spot. I was waiting for when Dell opened up the curtain to look out the window. Where do I have it in my head that like she could see the Landry's property? And she's like, she was watching Colton from afar.
because that was in our season 3 theories episode. We talked about
Okay.
that. Like, is she
Okay.
looking at the pond? There was a lot of theories online of what that window was overlooking.
Yes.
Mm.
What it's actually overlooking is in the ponder points at the end.
Okay.
I
The
got you.
field where lightning is running through.
So yeah, I think it was us in the internet coming up with theories of what she could have been looking at,
We
and one of the
never
theories
found
was
out
the
for
pond,
sure.
like
Yeah.
she was waiting for Colton to come back, or background Byron or somebody. I don't know,
Background Byron.
but she didn't know that Byron went and got remarried.
To who?
Wait,
Remember, he lost his wife in
Oh,
that
he lost his
explosion.
wife in Afghanistan.
Yeah, so
maybe that was a
maybe that was his way of saying
future
that's
telling
how he
in the
divorced
TV.
Evelyn. I don't know.
Drama. Okay, so Elliot comes back from hiding out in the basement in his tanning bed or
Yes,
traveling through the Caribbean and Mexico, whichever one he actually did. He
hello,
comes back and
cat.
he looks so good.
Oh,
I know
I
I
knew
do.
you were
I
gonna
mean, he
tell me.
does. He
He's
really
got
does.
that tan. He's got a lighter energy to
There's a
him.
lot of vitamin D.
He's wearing his...
That quote right there.
How did I not write that down?
I have been on how many cruises in the Caribbean? I don't get that glow up from vitamin D down there. If anything, I look like a
You didn't
lobster
go
'cause I
for
get
7
fried.
months.
It's the genetics, Ben.
Yeah, it's got to
You
be.
just turn red.
7
But
months.
7 months, yeah, man. He is
You would absolutely come back glowing.
You would be fried. You'd be cooked, dude.
Yeah. The only way you'd see me is if I smiled.
But yeah, Elliot walks into a whole bunch of mess that he left behind. Alice is
Start
madder than hell at
tearing.
him. Not appreciative of the abandonment that she feels by him just dipping out.
Yeah.
Kat like won't let
Goodbye.
people speak about him around her because she's like so hurt. Like
Right?
we were finally about to give this a go, and then you just said toodaloo.
You
Uh,
know, I was
Dell's missing the only son she never had.
I was really upset with the way they treated Elliot on this part. And
Mm.
then and then I got to thinking about it a little more where he could have handled it differently. He could have said goodbyes and say, "Hey, I'm taking off for a while." But the thing that got me was when Alice was talking to Kat and she said everything we went through, everything we lost and he bails. Well, he's got his own life. I mean, he's told them
I mean,
time and
he
time again,
hasn't had
stop
his
going
life.
back. You're not going to change anything. You're just making it harder on yourself. They won't listen to him. So he's like, you know what? We're at this point where you no longer know my future because we've caught up to what you know.
Hmm.
He goes, so I'm going to go live my own life
Live
now
your life.
without knowing what's going to happen. And
Yeah.
he did. So good for him. I
Good
appreciate
for
that.
him.
But I think he could have handled the goodbyes a little better.
Yeah,
Totally.
I didn't realize he didn't say anything to either
Right.
of
I
them.
mean, Kat's super. I feel like Kat handles it well. She handles it as maturely as we can expect her to. She doesn't badmouth him to anybody. She's just like hard
She
pass, no
speaks
thank you. I'll
No,
well
talk to
no,
you.
of
but
him at the
Alice
end.
is all over him. She's ripping on him to Cat, and it's like,
Hmm.
you know what?
Totally.
No,
Is
he.
that the teenage girl card? You know?
I know, but
Right?
everything that she's done as far as telling him about what's happening to him, she of all people should just take a step back and go, well, you know what?
Yeah.
That's a lot to dump on somebody.
Right. I like that Kat was able to say that and like see that side of things for Alice to understand like he's had his whole life. And then she's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's my fault.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that was good. I think it's just when you're so stuck in your own perception of things, you
Yeah.
don't realize how you're affecting somebody else.
Yeah. And Alice gets really spicy and spiky with the mess of feelings that she's feeling after the end of season one and all of the stuff that's happened since. And they start talking about like, oh yeah, Elliot's coming to the lobster boil or whatever gathering they're having.
Rita.
Don't take my
That actually
quote.
might be my favorite quote coming up.
Don't take my quote.
I
That's
didn't
I
write
already
one
got it.
down.
I
I
already
remember
got it
she was making
starred
me
as my
laugh,
favorite.
but I don't have
Um,
anything to say.
they like whoever mentions like, oh yeah, Elliot's gonna come. We invited him. And they go like, no, Elliot's family, like why would he not come to this? And Little Miss Alice pops out. Well, yeah, this family is really good at cutting ties with its members. Both Kat and Dell are like, oh shit. She said that.
Coming for us and him.
She's talking to you? She's talking to me? It's just like, awkward.
I
Uh-huh.
think I thought that was a jab at Kat for divorcing Brady.
Mm,
Oh, I
because you
thought it
know
was
what's
a mom to
sad?
daughter thing.
Well, and then
Cat.
I think it carries over into like
Hmm.
she was like addressing each of them. Like Dell
Hmm.
cut out Kat, Kat cut out Brady,
Like you guys are all
you
messy.
know.
Quit it.
Yeah, so
But yeah, so Elliot comes over in his cutie pie little cream cardigan, looking extra bronze and gorgeous, and
His
gets the
white
cold
button
shoulder.
up.
Cat's like all zenned out and like,
so
hello, Elliot.
give give the Rita quote.
Oh my gosh. What? Okay, you better go snag a lobster. Wait, no, you better
No,
go get
no,
a
no, wait. No,
lobster.
not that one.
Oh, that's mine.
Oh, see, that one's my favorite too. But I was talking about the one where Rita sees Elliot and she goes, "He's having what the kids call a hot boy summer." You know what I mean?
It's so funny that I didn't even need to write it down, and I knew I wouldn't forget, but I did. He's having a hot boy summer.
That's what the young ones are calling it.
No,
Like,
but then when she goes, "You know what I'm saying?" Like,
I
Whoa.
love Margarita.
Margarita's got the hots for glow up Elliot.
She is
They
just,
should
I need
date.
her to get a
You know
spin-off.
what?
We
At
need to
least
see her in her element.
Elliot has options now. If Kat
Hmm.
doesn't work out, he's always got Rita.
He's got like 50% of the ladies now. He's got
All four
two.
of them.
Uh-huh.
You think he can take Monica away from Spilsky?
Oh, she just, she doesn't,
I bet they're gonna have
She
marital
noticed him
issues.
too, so
She noticed him
Hmm.
too.
you
For
know,
sure.
No, my favorite quote, I guess it was about Rita.
yeah, that was my
Eating the
favorite.
lobster rolls before Rita gets to him.
Go grab a lobster before Rita snags them all.
She said here.
Dang, they're just making her out to be.
Unfortunately, I don't want to do this again to you, Callie, but I'm gonna because I wrote down the actual quote. You better get out there and get a lobster before Rita pilfers them all.
Pilfer.
That.
Because she
Yeah.
used that word pilfer at the lobster boil, the one they had in town, because she said Rita was pilfering all the lobster from the tourists. Remember?
Why do they love that line so
I
much?
don't know.
I've
But
never
she
heard of
used
that
it
word.
again. That's why it stuck out in my head.
Shut
She's gonna get it before
up.
Rita pilfers them
Pilfering
all.
all
All right, now
lobster.
I gotta find another quote for a favorite at the end.
Oh
That
my
is
gosh,
so
those are all
funny.
like I have nothing else after this
I,
because those are all so funny.
I have a
right?
serious one, so that'll work.
Mm.
That's amazing.
But yeah, they continue on with the party together. Like they're little like it's really cute to see how the idea of like family has evolved. Like before it was like back in time, it was like their nuclear family or whatever, and it was just like the core before all these other ones kept running in and before Alice came out of nowhere and everything. And then it's just like you look around and it's very much that like chosen family shift.
Hmm.
That was really beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Even
nice.
with Rita pilfering all the lobster. She's
Right? Come back
invited.
next time, Rita.
She's
That was
family.
great.
Hey, she has her ways about her, you know. She has an MO and everybody knows it. And Dell especially. She them lobsters away from her.
Yeah.
It was really cute to see all the like flashbacks between that present day party and the party in the past and stuff like that. And we have like what I think is round one of the cutest moment throughout this series between Colton and young Elliot
Mm.
when they find out that Colton turned or installed the electricity and put a light bulb in the clubhouse. And we know that scene has so many different meanings and so many different like
There
appearances.
there's a quote there, and by golly, remember I said I've got a new quote I'll save for the end as my favorite? You brought it up.
Is
Good
it this one? Because
timing.
I have this one in bold.
Me too. So yeah, um, Elliot is talking to Colton as teen Elliot, and with an oddly kind of a loving look on his face, Colton's looking at Elliot because he knows at this point, because he remember in season 3 he traveled, so he knows he was putting the lights up with adult Elliot. He knows that was Elliot that came back and helped put the lights up. And so Colton drops the quote on him.
You do it.
He says, "Don't waste any time, kid, because it's never guaranteed." And
Oh,
it's just like,
Carpe diem.
wow. I mean, he knows his
so
end is
much.
near, you know, because of Alice and when they had that talk in season 3, episode 10. And he's watching all this unfold and he's talking about time travel and everything. So that quote encompasses a lot, I think.
Hmm.
That was, wow. Yeah,
That brings, yeah, it ties a lot of things together that we don't even know
right.
were being tied up with that quote at that time in the season. No, my part, my softy self, loved what was after it. And Elliot, or maybe before, and Elliot's just like, wait a minute, you put the light bulb in? Like you gave us electricity? And Colton's like, well, yeah, that's why we built the clubhouse, right? Like you need electricity so that you can use it. And that's why we built it, so that you would always have a place to be. I was
Right.
just like,
And
No.
that's when he tells him that a guy from town came and gave him a hand with the light so it would be ready for tonight for that party.
ugh,
And it's the whole time, since it's on a rewatch, we know that he knows about all of that, and he knows it was Elliot that helped him. And It just makes that moment like the first time we saw it, we're just like, oh, some guy helped him hang up some lights. You don't even think anything of it.
Totally.
But as
Yeah.
we're seeing, everything in this episode is leading to what's coming. I mean, we talked real quickly about the girls were talking about Lingermore, and Alice started inquiring about Evie, about Evelyn. She wanted to know about her. And that's just building into
That's
when
about
they
to be one of your
become
best
good
friends.
friends coming up, you know?
Hmm.
So everything here has a future to it. Everything that
Hmm.
happens. And
Hmm.
when you watch it the first time without knowing what's going on, you don't really pick up on these things.
Totally.
They did a good job of
Well, and
tying that
you
in.
can just hear the shift and like almost like the somberness, is that a word? Like the sadness behind Colton's voice when he's saying all these things to
Yeah,
Elliot. Like, we know the outcome of everything. We know why he's able to say things sadly. So then like looking for that sad tone, you're just like, oh, he knows. Like everything's coming out of his mouth. It seize the day. You just don't know, man.
right.
Hold on to the good stuff.
Right? I remember the first time hearing that, being like, he knows, he knows something. Oh, so it's nice to see like confirmed he knows.
You absolutely.
Because it's just so suspicious. Like, why are you being like this? Like, what?
Mm.
But so, one of my theories that my die on this hill theories is that there's still hope that Colin is alive because of that scene where two of them are there.
We're existing
He's
simultaneously.
about to die. And I still wonder, correct me, Mr. Glow Up, try and pull the rug out or whatever. But it's still in my head. Somehow these people could be swapped. The one that was in the truck is not the one, like he's alive somewhere. He's still doing something.
There were
He
two
didn't die.
versions of him so
Yes.
close to the same time
Right. Because
that
we never address or get addressed to us what happens if you see yourself, like you travel and you see yourself, which a lot of characters have already done,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But what if you see that other person die? Do you die? Do you just cease to exist?
You're just like, ooh, that's awkward. I'm glad I'm still here. Like,
Right. Like when Kat went back and saw Kat and Alice playing in the field as teens, and she's like, oh my God, that's me as a teenager, and that's Alice. What if she got struck by lightning right there? Would adult Catherine still be alive?
yeah.
hey,
I mean, that's something dark that I don't think the show's really gonna address, but it's something to think about. So
But
like
again,
because that could be Colton situation.
and that Colton scene is so unique because those two versions of him are so close in age.
Right.
mm-hmm,
Like no one else with the time traveling
That's true.
has those two versions that close to each other, you know?
Right.
So
right?
that's even more like,
Well, except for Alice. I'll let you think about it for a second.
Don't make me
There's
think.
somebody else using this pond. Whoosh.
Oh,
She pushes
touche,
herself into the pond
touche.
coming up.
mm-hmm.
So, but that is such a brief moment. But still, what if she pushed herself into the pond and she hit her head? Bonk, she's out. She's done. What would happen to the Alice that pushed her?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's just a lot to think about, but
Okay.
all right, we're
Well,
getting
it's
off
fun to
track
get
here.
it out there again.
Okay.
I still believe until you can prove me wrong, he's out there still.
Yeah. Okay. So getting back to him watching that scene and Alice and Elliot, I mean, Kat and Elliot, Kat grabs Elliot to go to the cove to the party, their summer kickoff party. Um, but teen Alice or Alice says to adult Kat, I saw that look between you and Elliot. Are you two together? But she
Mm.
says it without eye contact.
Oh,
Just like,
she's so mad.
yeah.
You love
And
or
you know
something like.
what? I get it that her parents just divorced and all, but she had to see something like this coming and understand. she's old enough. It's not like
Oh,
she's
I
8
don't
years
even think
old.
it's
Like
that.
I think you
I
think
think of it as she's so pissed at him,
but
Elliot.
but as we
Like,
see,
how could you do this?
some of the things Kat says to her about why Elliot went, you can kind of see Alice starting to like maybe understand why he went.
Reassess.
I can tell she's still not happy with the way he went. Like I still
Hmm.
think that was a point of contention, but you can kind of see her going, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Good for him. He needed to do it. But
Yeah.
so, and that came right after Alice saw a flashback of Elliot from when they were teens, and I think she's starting to realize that.
Hmm.
Um, but earlier in this episode, when they jumped in and Alice almost drowned in the pond, her and Kat made that pact, I guess we
Hmm.
call it, not to jump anymore. And Elliot then talks to Kat up in the loft. Kat's playing his CD again, right? And he asks if she's been traveling, and she says no, because
Mm.
they made a pact they weren't going to do it. But
Like
this is
what?
important. This is important a little later coming up that she said no, they're not traveling, and we'll get to that. Um,
Like, but I have been.
but then they sit down, they listen to music, and then they start smooching again,
The milk.
and then stop abruptly, like you know. And then it flashes back to the cove. And who do we see at the cove?
Your man's.
Nick.
Oh my
Nick
God.
is in the house. But he's there for a good reason because this is coming on the heels of Elliot and Kat sharing a pretty passionate kiss for a minute. Um, but Nick talks to Elliot and tells him to stop wasting time and to go after Kat, and that he basically has her dad's approval and he should tell Kat how he feels. And he says, what does he say? I will tell her after camp. And we know what she brought home from camp.
Mm-hmm.
Brady.
Brady Dewan.
Braids.
So he missed his chance for now
But had
to
he
linger
taken the
more.
chance, he probably would have gotten rejected
He probably would have. He was
a
definitely in
few
the friend
times.
zone.
Mm-hmm. Oh my.
He was the Evelyn to Kat, like Evelyn was to Colton.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Um, I mean,
Those
yeah, he
Landry's,
was
man.
he was the friend, but he had feelings for the Landry girl, and just like Evie had feelings for Colton, but that was the way he looked at it, his best friend.
They
But
both
I
did.
thought it was really interesting that Nick's like, "Go for it, go tell her now," and he's like, "No, I'll tell her after camp."
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Yeah.
just like, because
No.
everybody knows, oh no.
Yeah. Poor guy.
And then who laughed at Alice's departure from the party?
I gotta go
I
Yeah.
gotta go.
again. I'm like,
Hey, Alice, sing a song. Yeah, you did so good. Yeah. I gotta go.
the only scene she has with those characters is her saying that. I would give
Yeah.
up. I'd be like, no,
Why are
thank
you
you.
here?
Right.
Right?
You don't want to hang out with us.
Right? Like maybe she gave him
All
a
you do is
false sense of
leave.
hope this past 7 months,
All you
but
do is leave and eat my man's food. Oh, wait, that was Zoe.
I was like, what? That's true.
You and your private catering.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but yeah. So then we're like brought up back into the present time, and the party dies down. And Dell, again, the point for Dell, tries to do some healing in between her
Mm-hmm.
and Cat,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of obviously has been doing some reflecting of her own
Yeah.
on what's happened since she went to Lingermore and everything like that. And she just goes like, man, and look at Lingermore and Evelyn just shut the world out around her. Who does that remind you of? And Kat's like, oh, dang, mom's been thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just
Right?
like,
Mom's been
I
talking to
would,
the writers,
True.
damn it.
right?
What?
Mom's been talking to the writers of the show.
She was like, we just like, I want things to be different. And I feel like the best way to start is to fix things at home, right here with us.
She had a
That's
nice quote. No
okay.
regrets, only resets.
Yeah,
I like
that's
Woo!
that.
one.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Well, that's a good one, Dell. Good for you.
Um,
Put that on a pillow in our Etsy shop.
Yeah, we could like hand stitch a
You can
little
stitch it,
embroidery.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then we get another little hint. Right after that, Alice is looking at the blurry Polaroid, and she
Yes.
tells Kat that she misses the past, even though they made a pact. So we know what the show is, and we know what the whole plot point of the show is this pond. So we know they're going to travel again. But just by her saying that, oh, but we made a pact, you know they're going to break it. She's talking
Right.
about finding a way to break it.
Elliot knows.
Yeah. But they end up at Lingermore, and I don't remember how Alice got there with them. Oh, she didn't. Never mind.
Not
Because
yet.
I had in my notes that Catherine showed her the painting, but she
She
took a
sent her the
picture of it
picture that she had
on
on
her
her
phone.
phone.
Right, right. And she
Okay.
shows her that picture from 200 years ago. And she said the only way that could have happened is that she goes back.
Mm-hmm.
So, packed out the window, they're gonna go back. And then Elliot, this is where that comes up from earlier. Elliot is at home and he sees Kat and Alice running to the pond, and he thinks they've been lying to him all along
Mm.
about going back. And
This
No,
he
there's
made
was,
like,
me so upset.
yeah,
you're back now. We can ruin your life again, right?
and he was texting Kat, and this was the day after
I should have been
the
kept
loft.
kissing you longer.
Yeah, should have kept kissing you last night because dot dot dot. I missed you, and then he sees her running, and he's like, "Oh, delete this son bitch."
Why? But like, why do you care?
I mean, we know why he cares.
I
Why do you
I would also be
I
mad
think at that
though.
point he just felt lied to.
Yeah, I would feel so mad that I'm like, dude, I was just gone for 7 months and you were able to not jump. And the second I get back, you're back in that thing. Like that would annoy me.
What
But
I do with my daughter's none of your business.
Right, but
right?
then
You really
don't
must stay out of
tell
it.
him that no, we don't do that anymore. I've learned my lesson, this and that,
Yes,
and
messy
then
cat,
just go
messy
and do
cat.
it. Like
Messy once again.
so, then it's almost like he's thinking, well, what else do you lie to me about? I
Oh
don't
my
trust
God.
anything you say. But
He
and I
would.
just noticed, editor in chief, your background photo.
Yes, I changed it because I did realize we just mentioned that Kat shared the photo that she took of my
Right. And
Catherine.
there it is. And there's the
Yeah,
boxes that say the Herald on them.
right? I don't think we had mentioned
Or the
though that
Herald.
when she went to Lingermore, the painting was out in the open. I don't even think we touched on that in talking
No,
today.
It
Um,
was hidden behind boxes, but I mean it was hanging on the wall.
oh, it was out and about. And I love how Dell was there and she's like, I'll be right there. Like, don't come
don't
up
come in
here.
here, mama.
I thought, like,
Right.
what would she do if she saw that?
Would
Oh,
she even make that
Catherine.
connection or
She'd probably be like, "That's not you. That's
She's
that's
too
another.
pretty.
That's so yeah. That's someone else."
look at
She
her.
is too
She's
pretty.
But
looks like she's actually doing some work. That's not you.
I was just dying. Right? She's doing work. You don't know how to do that.
I
For you to
can't.
return stuff. I did also want to say in the hallway, they showed that painting of the two kids with the dog that we see
Mhm.
later. And I thought that was very interesting. I have nothing else to add, but I thought that was interesting.
I have something to add during the Ponder Point.
Okay.
You're gonna like it. You, especially editor in chief, will love it.
Okay, because I
But
have one last scene to cover in this episode and I'm so excited.
all right. So so then we go back to the farm and Dell is outside and a neighbor comes over and says he's
Oh
selling
yeah.
his farm to a new buyer.
I had to
Hmm.
And
rewind this scene and like watch it a second time to be like, okay, this is where the whole introduction of Goodwin Wines and Sam
Mhm.
Bishop, all of this stuff made me so confused.
Yep.
And
I
this is the
rewound it too.
first little spark of the whole storyline.
Yep.
I rewatched it and still nothing makes sense to me.
right. The only thing that makes
Same.
sense to me is that
Exactly.
Sam Bishop bought the farm next to her. He doesn't want to lease her farmland from her, so she's going to lose some income. He brings a horse that he has no business owning because he knows nothing about horses, and then he goes out and buys a second one, which don't get me started. But it's like I tried to make that connection too between the Goodwins and the winery, and I just couldn't yet. I don't think there's enough there. Right now, it's just city folk coming in buying farmland and not wanting to lease
I just
because he's
don't
not going
get
to farm the land.
I just don't get what is the role of this neighbor? Like it's
Right.
whose land is it? Dell's? It's
It's Landry
Landry.
land, but she couldn't farm all that land herself, so she
Yeah.
leased it out. And this guy farmed for whatever, grew his own crops, and
Okay.
then
And
paid her for the use of the land.
he has a house there.
Yeah,
Because in my mind, it's just the three houses in this whole area.
the whole
Lincoln
town.
Moore somehow can see the other houses, and then
There's a
Elliot
pond
and
between them.
yeah,
Right,
and that's it. So it was like, who is this random extra? Like you don't go here, but I guess he's been there all
Yeah,
along.
I
Sorry
think
about the
my like lack of
fireworks.
knowledge on like farming business
right,
was so next to none that like that I couldn't even hang out. I was like, if it's Dell's land, why are you here? Why do you matter?
right.
How is someone buying Dell's land from you?
Tell me
Right.
this though, you guys, answer me this question.
Um,
This is kind of a tangent, and anybody out there, if you're walking outside in your yard or standing out with your new bee expansion farm and you're messing with your bees, and there's a horse standing in front of you, isn't that not like one of the first things you're gonna notice? Like, here's a horse right in front of you in this open field. And Dell is out there looking around and stuff, and she turns her head like a quarter turn and goes, "Oh, a horse." Like, that would be the first thing you see. That is not a
Also just
small animal.
mesmerized by it and nothing gets done.
right?
It just cracked me up that it was in her line of sight. I thought they would have put it like in a pasture to the side.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You
sitting
know,
there blowing smoke on the B row next to her.
yeah. I was like, whoa, all right,
He's
Dell.
still a mystery, right? That character, Lightning the horse, has been just on my list of things that I can't stand because I'm like, what is the significance?
Unanswered.
It's
So,
still a mystery aside from it just like it's Bishop's whatever horse.
so
Wait a
I,
minute. No,
I
we know this, Kendra.
You might I don't watch the show
Didn't
apparently.
we find out Lightning was her horse that her parents made her get rid of?
I thought it was a theory.
They
no,
went and were
It
broke.
was
it
us when we
was.
were theorizing forever, I think.
No, I think she flat out says, like in the
Wait,
finale,
no, she does. What is the name of this horse?
we don't know.
No, she calls it something. She
Oh.
goes, I'm going to call you. Is this one Lightning or
Oh, I thought
Stormy?
who's Stormy? I thought he was Lightning, but she did have
Right.
the horse. We're
Stormy
not
is
Which
saying
the
it's
one
the
one.
is
same.
not, yeah.
I was
Stormy
like,
is the
that
one
dude
she
is too
had
old.
as a child or as a teen, and it's like she said it was a spinning image of this horse.
Mm-hmm.
So then it makes you think
He time travels.
that Sam Bishop knows about this horse and he's trying to get in with Dell, and so he presents her with a horse that looked just like hers that she had.
Oh,
He
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
name it Lightning. She did because it reminded her of Stormy. So she named
Okay.
this one Lightning.
Stormy
But
Webster.
the big
Stormy.
theory I took to the internet on this one, and a lot of the comments were that they thought Sam brought this horse on purpose just to
Uh-huh.
get in Dell's
Lure her
graces,
in. Ew,
What
what
a
a freak.
creep.
and then
I'm gonna
offered to
say,
clean her rusty hinges. I mean, I don't
oh,
know.
I forgot about that. Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
if that was
Was that a
something, but
whoever Rita? Was that a I
Sexual
forget
innuendo?
an innuendo? Yeah.
yeah,
Um, I'm gonna go with an off the wall theory since we've confirmed in this episode that Finn animals can time travel. That means Dell's horse, who is a family member, can also time travel. So it's just, setting it up that the horse has been time traveling all this time.
maybe animals don't need to.
Oh my gosh,
They're
stop,
exempt
stop,
from the
stop, stop,
Landry
stop.
rule.
Do all the fish
Stop,
in the
stop, stop.
pond time travel?
Colton caught wind when young Dell threw her temper tantrum that her horse was getting sold. Colton brought the horse to the pond and time traveled with the horse and ended up at the firework family party.
And then left the horse with his brother Sam,
No,
Samuel,
brother.
that we
Yep.
saw in the almanac.
Yep.
There it is,
Save that.
folks.
Save
Show's
that
over.
bit.
We figured it all out.
Figured it
Right?
out.
See you in
Who
two
needs a
weeks.
season 4?
Yeah.
This is a show about time traveling animals. We get the point now.
We did it. We're done.
Oh my God.
Okay. So the show wraps up. A question that I have. Alice is shown her Tiffany's bracelet that we actually know came from Brady and was given to Kat when they were early in their dating stages. The bracelet is given to her, drops into the pond in season 1, and that's what gets Alice time traveling. That's what opens the whole portal for them. Why does the bracelet make an appearance again in this episode?
Mm.
I think it was the way it came about in the conversation she had with Kat sounded like they took it as this is wrapped up now. Let's make our pact to not go back. We don't go back. We don't know about going back, like if we have or not. Only Elliot knows that in his books. But it's like it came full circle finally. Now it's done. Like
Mm.
this started it and now it's over. That's how I took that, but we know how I've taken things in the past and it's way wrong. So
I
I'm
mean,
kind of
especially because they do the exact opposite 2 seconds
right.
later.
Yeah. So I took it as more of a closure thing.
Hmm.
I don't
And then
know.
they side eye each other and go,
Let's
we
go
don't
back
need
in the pond.
closure.
Who needs closure?
So anyway, so Cat and Alice jump in the pond,
Yeah, they
and
completely do the
Alice,
exact opposite of
they,
like what this whole closure, like
right,
represented by the bracelet gives them. They side eye each other, go, we in here, bombs
Hmm.
away,
Where
and
does Alice
nothing,
go?
they go to
get
different
celebrated
times.
or separated.
Where does
Alice
Alice
ends
go?
up coming out of the pond to see Teen Elliot, so she knows
Hmm.
she's back.
Oh,
In,
and Elliot's distraught.
right, he's like
Drama,
he's
drama.
surprised to see her.
Doesn't have this in his journal. And
No.
then where does Cat end up?
Cat finally comes up out of the water and
And then it was so funny. I sat there for probably 10 minutes just cracking up. It's the shot
do it
of
again.
the weird little gun that they hold up is so funny to me. Just that specific shot of like it just pointing at her. You have no idea who it is, but it's just so
One
like
more time.
wimpy and silly. And then she just goes and totally just tight, wet jeans and slick.
I cannot. She's gone. The editor in chief has resigned.
Oh, I thought I had the shot
Come back to us.
of like that framing of her getting shot, but
And
Oh
then,
my
I don't
God.
think I have
right?
it.
Yeah.
Just knowing also like what we know now, who it is, and like everything they do moving forward. It's like you met by you met your lover or whatever from
That's a weird way to love each other.
so good.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yeah, then we're just left with that cliffhanger.
So
And
fun.
that's it. Now we roll into episode 2.
Again,
Hmm.
like, way to make some waves.
Yeah.
Right?
Starting off a season like that.
Um,
Let's hear these responder points.
All right. So a couple we've already hit a couple. A couple are a little weird stretch, but
God.
one I think is an interesting one that editor in chief missed in Lingermore. Speaking of your toupee, did you notice the picture of Cyrus in all the family photos that Evelyn had around her chair?
I was trying to look at who was in there.
It
All
was like
right.
a
Yeah.
drawing, but you could definitely see it was Cyrus, especially with his toupee. I'm surprised you didn't see that. I really thought you were gonna catch that
Oh
one.
my gosh. I was looking and I was like, who are all these old
Yep.
pictures? And I
So
was
she
like,
does have a picture of Cyrus in there because remember, because of the book and things, they think Cyrus was a good dude.
mm-hmm.
And he did a
He came
lot for
around
the
a little
town.
bit, didn't he, or no?
What's that?
He came around a little bit, didn't he, or no?
Just when he was injured and left
Yeah, he had no other.
Susanna in charge of things.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, and that's
Um,
when his
we
toupee was.
talked about the Paramore songs.
Mm-hmm.
A couple quick things. My Catherine, Kelly, you will enjoy this one. Elliot's house that they use for filming is Gilbert Blythe's house from Green Gables.
Don't you
Ew.
Yeah, I knew you
dare.
would like that one.
Hey, Carrot. You
That's
love anyone who
actually
lives in that
Gilbert's
house.
house from Anne of Green Gables.
I
Oh.
love the Prince Edward Island connection between these two series.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Secondly, the lighthouse. Remember how I said the overhead shot they use of the town is a different lighthouse?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The actual lighthouse is in Toronto.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. So the one that they actually use in the show and they show they're filming and their Cat and Elliot are there, the outside shots. That's actually in Toronto. Um, Lingermore is actually, and the window that's overlooking the fountain is actually in the city of Ontario. So if they had shown the actual window that she was looking out of, it just overlooks the city.
Oh,
Cool.
I'll include a photo here of Google Maps, and that house is literally right in this middle of the city.
Love that.
But it's cool how they find filming locations for something like that. You
Totally.
know,
mhm.
like,
And you'd have no idea watching the show. It's like, oh,
no,
it's all
yeah,
connected.
I thought that was
Love
really,
the idea of set design.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cool.
Oh,
Um,
Silver
we've
Blythe.
we've
Oh,
hit on my other ones already, but we talked about it briefly. I think somebody brought it up. Spoilers, not really spoilers, but season 4 is filming is underway. Woohoo! And there's been a lot of action. I don't know if you guys have seen it on Instagram or not, of Evie, Teen Colton, and Teen Dell and Alice
out
hanging
the
out a
youngsters.
lot. They are thick and thin. I mean, they are thick with each other, and I think they're filming together. I don't know, but they're all on set too, so that's a good sign. And guess who has his trailer back?
Who could it possibly
Ooh,
be?
Could
Sven.
it be Carrie James? It could be. Nick is back.
Mhm.
He has his trailer. There was a photo of it on Instagram with his name on the door, and he was there for the days that they were filming in the pond.
He's the baby in the basket.
He's either that or he's jumping as an adult,
I hope
or
so. He deserves it.
he's meeting adult Alice in the pond. Can we bring back Alice? What? There's been a lot of discussion about you think we talk about stuff and we wave white flags and we come up with theories. The internet is insane.
Can
Somebody
do
out there
that.
has it down to a T of how Alice could come back and marry Nick, and Alice could be Claire. I mean, I can't
Fake.
explain it to you because I read it a while ago.
Claire's fake.
I don't know the notes, but the points that this writer makes about how that could be, it's like it could work. We don't think it does because it's just silly, but they make a lot of good points. If you guys, anybody out there has a chance to dig into some of this stuff on the
That's
internet,
sick.
wow.
Mm-mm.
Um, so
I
yeah,
want Nick to get
anyways,
with
Nick is
Rita.
back and he's back during pond jumping days filming for season 4, so fingers crossed something good's coming out of that.
I don't want him to come back if this theory is gonna pan
No,
out.
I don't think it will.
No
I don't
way.
think the writers of the show will do
They
that.
wouldn't do
More
that.
of a
That is
fan
dumb.
theory. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Let him have a new storyline. if the crowd loves him so much.
Right.
Let him jump in that pond. He's curious, interested.
Just give him purpose.
Right.
Yeah, not for those bad jokes and stuff.
One more point I have to ask the viewers out there, or if you guys can remember. I didn't go back and look at the episodes because I'm just gonna let them come as we watch them. But there was a theory. Does anybody out there remember the number of the ship that Jacob was on of Thomas Coyle? Remember he was on the manifest of a ship and Kat was trying to track it down. And it ended up being he went under Thomas Coyle's name on this ship, but the ship manifest and the ship had a number to it.
Oh,
The theory was somebody out there said that that number was 16 or
1840.
6525 or
Oh.
2565.
65, 25, barely alive,
Right.
died.
So there's that
That's
theory
bad.
going around that that ship number of that manifest was 2565, just like um,
Burns creepy
Burns'
chant in the woods.
creepy chant. Yeah. So if anybody knows about that, throw a comment in.
Something to look for this
I
season.
didn't want to look ahead to other episodes, even though I've seen them already more than once, but I don't remember that, so I want to see if it just pops up and go, oh, these people were right. So,
Mm-hmm.
so that is all I have. 100 points that
That was
weren't
a
great.
lot.
We talked about a couple during the show. So,
You've been doing a lot of pondering.
Yeah.
um, quotes. Uh,
Well, they've
we've
been
we've got a lot of. We've said a bunch of them. My favorite was the Rita Pilfer and the Lobsters.
How can it
my
not be?
favorite was the
But
weekly.
I also had another one, and I have a history of doing this where I just like the characters just being snarky and buddy with people, just hanging out, being normal, right? When Kat was on the phone with Brady and he made some comment about her because the phone rang and he goes, "Oh, you better get that. It could be an important story." And she just goes, "Haha, you're so funny."
I
I
thought
thought
that
that
was
was just
cute.
funny the way she delivered that. Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
It's silly,
The reminder of
but
their history was
yeah,
very obvious in that.
yeah. And it just, I kind of like that one.
I liked
Yeah.
that one too. I got a good chuckle out of it. My favorite's Dell's Burn.
Yep, me too.
No wonder you made it. You turned this into a weekly. You're never at work.
Mm-hmm. God.
I think if somebody goes back and compiles all of our quotes, they're going to see the distinct pattern of you two especially ripping on not ripping but loving Dell's comments
Right?
when she gets
The one
snarky
time
with
we say
Cat.
good things about
She's
her.
so feisty.
And
She wakes
only
up
the
every morning and says, "How am I gonna like drop this girl of mine down a peg?"
mm-hmm.
Super humble.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
waiting for her to like start just pulling out flashcards like, okay, which one do I got today? Okay, this is the one. Yeah, she's got some zingers.
Do we have
Zinger.
a most important time traveler?
Well, yeah.
Mine's was Stormy slash Lightning.
Yeah. Well,
Tell
Finn
me the
got
story,
confirmed,
Black Beauty.
Finn got
right?
confirmed.
Totally
Yeah,
lightning the time traveler.
Lightning's time traveler, but I'm going with Colton in this one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just for
That's
that scene, and then especially when he steps on the twig, and Elliot goes, "Did you hear that?"
You hear that?
Like it's gonna be revealed, and then Kat's like, "Elliot, come on, we got to go to the party. Forget my two dads over there." Which was a what?
You're
Early
not seeing double, you're
1980s
just
TV
drunk.
show. Anybody remember that? My two dads? No, I
Two
didn't.
dads. What
Anyways,
is that?
it was an old TV show.
Yeah. Why do I think I know what that is.
Your mom used to watch it all the time, she said, so you've probably seen it with her.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
I
but
did
yeah,
want to say
I gotta go
Thomas
with Colton.
Doyle doesn't travel, but can I just say he's my MVP for shooting cat?
That's a little dark, but yeah. Why?
Ah,
It's so funny.
I mean, that's it. It's one of your defining scenes, so sure.
Yeah.
Thomas gave us some good laughs with that
Yeah.
scene.
The laugh is
Only
good. The
because
action.
Cat's okay.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. She is now, thanks to Susanna. Wait,
Ooh.
who's Susanna?
Oh my God. I forgot about the romance.
Spoiler.
I'm so excited. There's so much good stuff.
Oh, that was the other ponder point. somebody caught a something with Kat and Susanna, and they actually put a picture on Instagram of those two kissing. Whether it was from the show or those two just screwing around as friends.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like Susanna's around in
Is
this
it real?
up too. That's what I mean. I don't know if they were just playfully
No,
doing
like
it.
everything's fake and generated now.
Oh, no, yeah, it
Like
was a real photo.
actually.
So going forward in the future, we will get back on the every other week schedule. In 2 weeks, we will see season two, episode two, two and
Mhm.
two. Okay, Chuck Woolery. Um, so, and then we'll continue that into season, well, we'll discuss what we're going to do with season three since we've already done
Just
it.
gonna work our
We
way
are
through season
in
2.
it. Season 4 will be here before we know it.
Yep. And I did check on that release date again, and it's still saying between January and March of 2026. So they do
Okay.
not have a set date.
Okay.
But we do know filming is well underway and a lot of people are there. So that'll be good.
Easy.
Yeah.
Has it been confirmed that this is the final season?
It has not.
Okay.
It has not. The rumor was early on that they were shooting for 5,
Okay.
and that would be it.
That'd be great.
So hopefully this one goes well and they leave it open for 5 and not close everything off.
Mhm.
Mm,
So
game on.
fingers crossed there.
All right. Well, until we see you next time, thanks for sticking with us for this whole episode and continuing on this recap journey with us.
Mhm.
There's things that we probably missed, details that we are butchering as we try and talk about all this stuff. Put the fun stuff in the comments. Keep us up to date. Let us know your thoughts. What theories do you have? What are you excited to rewatch with us season 2? So yeah, until then, may the pond take you wherever you need to go.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. Until then, everybody glow up.
Stay
Yes.
warm in there.
And do your weekly paper. Get it sent out.
Go to work.
And you go to school and teach.
Bye.
Bye.